Alright, what's up YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with the next series of cards for the Eldlich Archetype. So, if you guys remember a few weeks ago, they introduced their boss monster, and we were waiting some more support for the archetype itself. Well, luckily enough, we have finally gotten that chance as they have introduced more support for the archetype itself. So I know you guys are very excited to see exactly what new cards are in support of this archetype, and I'm actually looking forward to it myself. So the crazy thing about the Eldritch archetype is in the OCG it's called the Eldritch archetype. It's a combination of the two words Eldorado, which is the ancient city of gold, with which many of men have tried to find its location and grab its riches, and also the fabled curse attached to the El Dorado, in which anyone who tries to steal from the beautiful city is cursed beyond time. And of course, the other part of its name is the Lich, which is known as one of the four archfiends within mythical lore, primarily the mage of the archfiends. A lot of Final Fantasy fanatos should know the Lich monster because I believe Lich is in 6, Lich is in 4 and 5, and then there's a Lich in 9. So, without further ado, you guys, won't waste any more time. Let's take a look at the new support. So they did at least, so large organization did at least give us Eldritch, the Golden Lord, as a basis. So just a recap of this monster, he's a level 10 light attribute zombie type monster. 2500 attack, 2800 defense. You only use each effect of this card's name once per turn each. In its effect reads, you can send this card and one spell attack card in your hand to the graveyard, then target one card in the field and send that card to the graveyard. If this card is in the graveyard, you can select you can send one spell attack card you control to the graveyard and then add this card to your hand. The special summon one zombie monster from your hand. Also, that monster gains 1000 attack and defense. It cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And not be destroyed by card effects until the end of your opponent's turn. So, this is pretty much the boss monster for the Eldritch archetype and the head of Eldorado. Now let's look at the new spells and traps and cards that support it. So we have the Cursed Eldorado continuous spell card. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn each. Its effects read, you cannot attack with monsters except zombies. You pay 100 light points to add one Eldritch monster or one golden land summon trap card from your deck to your hand. Then, if this card is summoned from your from the spell attack card zone to the graveyard, you can send one Eldritch monster or one golden land spell attack card from your deck to your hand. In this picture, of course, it does uh, show you the city of El Dorado, the ancient city of gold. Then we have the spell card of Elder Elixir of Black Awakening. During you can only use either of this card's effects once first and second effect once per turn, and only once that turn. Special summon one zombie monster from your hand or deck in defense position. If you do not control an Eldritch monster, you can only special summon an Eldritch monster with this card's effect. For the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters except for zombie type monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard and set one golden land spell or trap card from your deck to the field. I believe the next series of these cards also feature the whole such summon a zombie, and if it's not an Eldritch monster, um, it has to be an Eldritch. And then the whole corresponding banish it from the grave and then set a spell trap card directly from your deck to the field. The next card up is actually let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. The next card up is Elixir of White Fate, which is the same thing as the Elixir of Black Awakening, except instead of a normal spell, it's a quick play spell. Then we have the trap card, um, Elixir of Red Splatter, which does the exact same thing. Summon a zombie from your deck or graveyard in defense. If you don't control an Eldritch, then you have to summon an Eldritch with this card's effect, and then the rest of the turn is zombies, and then placing solid trap cards with golden land in their name from your deck to the field. Then we have our first Golden Land card, and that is Guardian of Golden Land, Continuous Trap. You only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once per turn each. You summon a normal monster to your field, light attribute, level 8, zombie type monster, 20, 800 attack, 25 defense. This monster, of course, is treated as a. This card is also still treated as a trap card, and if you control the Elder Lich, go of no, deletes the Golden Lord. You make one face up attack monsters attack 0. And then if this card is, you can manage this card from your graveyard to set an elixir summon trap card directly from your deck to the field. Then you have the Heracloser. I'm sorry, no, I'm pronouncing it wrong. Haquistor of the Golden Land. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn each. You summon another. It's another trap monster. This monster will be light attribute level 5 zombie, 1800 attack, 1500 defense. And if you control an Elder Lich Golden Lord, you can banish one card from either player's graveyard, and then the ability to banish it from the grave to set a spell or trap card from your deck to an Elder Elixir spell or trap directly from your deck to the field. Then you have Conquistador of the Golden Land. Um, Same thing as the other two. This monster is level 5, light attribute, zombie type monster, 500 attack, 1800 defense. If you control an Elder Lich monster, an Elder Lich Golden Lord, you can destroy one face-up card on the field, and then banish this card from the graveyard to set one Elder Elixir spell or trap card from your deck to the field. Then you have the counter trap, the ever gorgeous Golden Land counter trap. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. You can target when a spell trap or monster effect is activated. You can control an Elder Lich monster, tribute one zombie monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you have Eldorado Aldeltano. You can activate one card with this card's name once per turn. If you control an Elder Lich monster, you can activate one of these following effects. Shuffle 3 of your banished Elder Elixir solid child cards with different names into your deck. Then if you do, destroy all cards on the field. Shuffle 3 of your banished Golden Land solid child cards. And if you do have your opponent's life points, then gain life equal to the amount your opponent lost. And then their reprint is Zombie. So the whole ortado of this is that the deck itself is based off of having, of course, the big guy on the board, or having an Elder Lich monster in play, which for the most part is practically him. The Southern Child cards are actually pretty good in the fact that although they are locked behind the once per turn. You only use this card's effect name once per turn. You are getting a lot out of this due to the fact that you have a lot of these floating zombie monsters. You have a great chance of um, putting a lot of the grind out for this deck onto the field, and that's actually not bad to have a grind out, especially with zombies, because I never zombies have had a good range of grind out, but they always have to combine themselves with other decks. Like you see Zombie Swarm, you've seen what is it, Zombie Swarm, the Shiranui. Like you've seen a lot of good combinations between um, this and a lot of other archetypes. So don't be too for. I think honestly now, just looking at it, this is a great combination between with zombies overall, because zombies did have a good boost with the Shiranui monsters, the Ghost Samurai, and it's actually a really good combination. But now we have even more of a basis where sending cards to the graveyard, banishing them to resolve a lot of their effects, and then just taking advantage of having the whole archetype itself or focus around um, a grind out with a lot of power behind it. So I'm actually really excited to see how far this archetype will go and what more to see for it in the future. Because just like Witchcraft, Infinity Track, and Evil Eye, we saw a lot more cards coming out of that, as well as what was that archetype? Oh, the Dragon Maze. Because the Dragon Maze is the only ones we've seen a lot of stuff coming out for. We haven't seen anything from the other two that were attached to the Dragon Maze within uh, that series of three buildings from I forget what the name of it was, but yeah, we haven't seen much of the other two from that. But yeah, so the only archetype we have left from this is the plants, and just to see what the plant archetype will look like when it gets revealed. So let me know what you guys think of the Eldlich Golden Land and Eldelixirs. What setup? What do you think about the Eldlich archetype? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. HPJ signing out. Take care.